Hello again, and welcome to Vita versus 3DS. In this installment, we are going to look at Firmware 2.00, which just dropped yesterday. It came with a whole bunch of features and a whole bunch of things, and just like the last one, my 1.80 video, I'm not going to go over everything. It's just way too exhaustive. There's way too many. Features to go over in one video. But I will go over some of the important things and some of the things that have improved over the last videos. Some specific gripes that I've mentioned or things I've looked at. So first, let's go into the settings. There's a couple things I want to show you guys here. First, if we head under notifications, you could specifically choose which notifications you want to pop, and how you want them to pop, and what other notifications you want. Like, let's say, for example, trophies. You could choose so they show up on screen, the top right corner as usual when they pop, just like on PlayStation 3. You could turn it off or on. Does the button over here light up on the PlayStation Vita when it's off? Does it light up blue when you get a trophy or something like that, or does it include the sound? You can customize it to however you want it. If you don't even want to see trophies at all, you can just take them all off, and you won't ever see a trophy again. Like, you could just pretend they don't exist, which not a lot of people, but I've heard that complaint on PlayStation 3 that you can't disable trophies. And you have those three options with everything. With Nier, you can have those three options too. Um, Friend requests, friends online status, which this might actually be helpful because I have 100 friends on my list, so they're always signing in and out, and they're always popping up. So that's one helpful feature it added. Um, Another one is we're going to sign into the network here. Of course, as we all know, and which I'll talk about later, they added PlayStation Plus. And the PlayStation Plus features for Vita are the exact same features as the PlayStation Plus features for PS3. So, of course, here we have the automatic update settings. So, you can automatically update your PlayStation Vita just like you do with your PS3, and it can, update when it's in sleep mode or at certain times, just like the PlayStation 3 does. But I find it actually does better because it doesn't actually turn on. Sometimes my PlayStation 3, you can set it so that it turns on at between when you're sleeping, between like 4 and 6 a.m. or something like that. And sometimes the beeping sound actually wakes me up. So I actually prefer how this does it here. So let's go back. Something else they improved, which I'm a big fan of right now, is the browser. Let's see if we can get to that. Here we go. So overall, what they've done a few things to the browser. First and foremost, I'm just going to let the IGN page load. They made scrolling a little better. So I can scroll down now, and there's no checkerboarding really, but it does take a little bit of loading, but it actually does a lot. It's faster, more responsive, and IGN's a full page, and it just did IGN no problem. And if you actually go back to my first video to load IGN, it actually took a long time, and scrolling down actually, there was a lot of checkerboarding and a lot of issues. So one important thing in terms of navigation that's really annoying when you're navigating the Vita is you see all these little tiny options up here. They're really hard to press and get accurately. Sometimes, let's say if I want to press 3DS, which is right here, and Vita, which is right here, I might accidentally press the other one. So you'd have to, zoom in, scroll up, get over here, and make them nice and big, and then touch them there. So it's a little bit cumbersome, but a nice feature that Sony added now is if you hit a shoulder button, either the left or right trigger, and then touch, you get this nice little pointer now, and you can precisely point to whatever you want. So I'm going to hit 3DS right here, let go, and it loads the 3DS page, and it will load. So it does. It's pretty good. It's like this. It may seem like a little feature, but it's pretty awesome. It comes in handy, and especially when navigating pages like this. So yeah, that's one improvement there. It also added background downloads. So for people who when 1.80 got introduced, unfortunately, it took away some background downloads on some content in the manager. Like for some, I think downloading audio files off the internet was okay. It went to the background download, but downloading video files didn't. It went to like a screen which you just had to stay on. If you exited the screen, it would stop the download. Now everything's a background download again. Also, the link that I had in my YouTube video that showed off how to download YouTube videos wasn't working with firmware 1.80, and now it's working again, apparently according to reports. But we can verify that after. So, and the most important thing about the browser is now, I'm still running it. Let's go run PlayStation All-Stars. Boom, it loads. No more having a browser that you can't run at the same time as a game. It's just like 3DS, which really was 3DS's only advantage in terms of the browser. It can run its browser and a game at the same time easily. Now so can the Vita. So of course this game is running. I can go right back into my browser, no problem. And but when you're running a game, the browser doesn't perform as well. It's a little slower. I never got the message saying that it can't load a page, but anyway, it's a little slower, but it gets the job done, as we can see here. Anyway, one last thing I want to look at, and again, there's a lot more features than I'm saying here. I've spoke a little bit about PlayStation Plus, but I just want to show you guys. Sony hit it out of the park in terms of the month one for PlayStation Plus on PlayStation Vita. I remember month one for PlayStation Plus on PlayStation 3 wasn't nearly this good. So here you see lots of talk about instant game collection and stuff like that. So if you come in this week, they're offering Music Unlimited for $12 for the year instead of $60 for Plus users. That's crazy. And let's click on PlayStation Plus here. You're getting 5 or 6 free games right now. Uncharted Golden Abyss, Gravity Rush, Wipeout 2048, Jet Set Radio, Tales from Space Mutant Blobs, and Final Fantasy Tactics. I have all of these games except for Jet Set Radio, which just came out today, and they're all great. Uncharted is fantastic. I'll be reviewing that later. Gravity Rush I reviewed. I gave an 8. It's very good. Wipeout 2048 I talked about very favorably, especially with the patch and the DLC. Tales from Space, which I will be reviewing at some point. Hopefully, it was a fantastic game, good 2D side scroller, and Final Fantasy Tactics. Who doesn't love Final Fantasy Tactics? These are 6 games right now that if you just get PlayStation Plus, it pretty much pays for itself just in these 6 games. And moreover, these get constantly, for those of you who don't know, they get, just like PlayStation 3, they get constantly recycled throughout the months. And that's just games. Of course, you have your discounts. Every once in a while they'll add discounts and new games and exclusive betas and exclusive demos and early access to stuff. Like, it's just a great service and it's really coming to its own, and I'm so happy to see here on Vita in full form. Another thing PlayStation Plus added, of course, was the ability to upload your saves online, and yeah, so you could do that. You can back up your saves and then delete your data here and keep them on the cloud. You have about 1 gig of storage, so that's way more than you need. So that's a neat little feature. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to go over right now. That's all the most important stuff. I really want to play Jet Set Radio, so I'm actually going to download it now. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that those of you with a Vita go and download this right away, get her done. And those of you who don't have a Vita, if you really, now's the time to get it with these games available now, and they won't be available forever on PlayStation Plus. If you have a PS3 with PlayStation Plus, you'll be getting all these games for free when you get a Vita. And if you pick up a bundle, the Assassin's Creed bundle or the Call of Duty bundle, both of them, kind of iffy games a little bit in my opinion, but you can get the free game, a free memory card, and if you already have PlayStation Plus, you get access to those 6 games right away. Now is the time, if you wanted to buy a Vita, now is the time to jump on board before those games go away. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I can't wait for that to finish downloading so I can try Jet Set Radio. Guys, bye.